How's it going, guys? In this video I'm going to be working on a Volkswagen Touareg. This one has come into the workshop and it has brake fluid loss. Now the pedal is staying pretty reasonable, pretty good, but it is losing brake fluid over a few days. So I am going to be investigating it and I'm going to be rectifying the fault in this video. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pop the bonnet. I'm going to check the current brake fluid level, top it up to the max if needed, and then I'm going to look around the bulkhead area and see if I can see any noticeable leaks there. And afterwards, if there's nothing I can find, I'm going to put it up in the air and I'm going to investigate each wheel, each brake pipe and brake hose and see if I can see any loss of brake fluid from the underside of the vehicle. So the brake reservoir in this particular vehicle is underneath this panel here. So you lift that up. I've taken off the cap, and down here is the brake fluid. I have just topped that up as of now. I did have a look around that area and I couldn't see anything noticeable. I would suggest, if you're ever doing these, is to make sure that you look to see if the back of that is wet or if you see anything from the pipes that is wet before you go any further. So I'm happy with the look of that. I'm happy that there's no wetness around it. So I am going to pop this vehicle up in the air now. I'm going to do an investigation from the underside. I now have the vehicle up in the air, and without me going into too much detail, I can see that there's a leak straight away on the right hand front. So there's a wetness all around here. If you didn't have a lift, you can look in between the wheels, especially if it's a large gap in between the spokes of your alloys. You'll be able to see in between, and you can look at brake hoses or brake lines and see if there's any wetness. This one is very evident in this side. I will be going around and just making sure that all the other wheels are fine on both sides there as well. So I'm going to do that now. I'm going to check all the different brake lines and flexible hoses and calipers and make sure that the leak is solely on this side, because sometimes if you jump in and just think it's this, you may have a secondary leak and you could have problems. So I'll do that now, and after I'm happy, I'm going to go ahead and take this wheel off and investigate this a bit further. I now have the wheel off, so I'm just going to show you what I've investigated. So I've checked all the pipes on all four, and the leak is coming from the actual piston side of the caliper itself. So I need a caliper and I need to go about removing this. So what I have done is I've clamped the flexible up here. I have an 11mm pipe spanner there, and I have my punch and hammer to take out the pins. I've also disconnected the brake pad sensor. I'm going to remove this straight away. I'm going to order a new one, and I'll check back in with you a little bit later on when I have this new part and when I'm fitting it back together again. With that much removed, you can see the leak coming in here on this side is the main part where it's leaking. There is some wetness on the lower side and here as well, but these seals on these pistons are the main ones that's leaking, especially down on that one there. So I'm going to go ahead and take this out now. I have this pipe already taken out, and then it's a case of one bolt there, another bolt there, and this whole thing will remove back. Update on how this job is going. I now have the caliper removed. It's two 21mm bolts on the inside, and what I used was my 1/2" drive short extension, which is this one here, to get the top bolt. This is the brake cleaner I use. It's Holt's, and I have cleaned the front and rear of this disc, and now it's a case of I have the new caliper here now, so I'm going to compare it, make sure it's the right one, and then I'm going to go about changing it over. But as you can see, that is the faulty caliper. You have two bleeders on these one as well, both on the top to bleed each side. So this is the caliper I've got now, and it's the correct one. Everything is right. Just need to remove this plug here and then fit this back on. Everything is tightened up. I'm just going to disconnect this here now. And next thing I'm going to do is go up on the top side, top up the brake fluid reservoir, and then set about bleeding these. So cleaned up the disc, fitted it, fitted the pads, and greased in on the slider areas. Let me just see. As you can see there, I always grease the slider areas and grease the pins, so it makes them easy to go in and out. This is all ready to go. This is connected back up again, and now I'm going to set about topping up the reservoir and bleeding the system. So the wheel is on, the brake system is all bled. The brake bleeding in these vehicles and a lot of modern vehicles can be very involved. This is a twin pot Brembo brake caliper that's in this, so it means it has two bleed nipples, and you have to do the outer one first and then the inner one, and you need to go around all four, do that. Then you need to get the scan tool and activate the ABS pump module as well. And thirdly, you need to have somebody in pumping the brake pedal while you would use a vacuum on the bleed nipples as well, and go around. I think it's left hand rear, right hand rear, left hand front, right hand front, I believe is the sequence for the last stage. But you will be doing, when you're using the ABS pump module active, you're doing two at a time, so front and rear are done simultaneously. And that is pretty much it. I'm going to go for a test drive in this now and make sure that everything is all good. Once it is, the job is complete. So I hope you found this video useful. If you did, please like, share, comment and subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.